Well, hello there. I'm glad you're here today. I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I teach fun art, not fine art. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm waiting for a cue from Facebook that I'm live and well and cared for. So in just a second, I'm going to be able to see your comments, and that's why I'm waiting. I want to see what you have to say today. Oh, there I am. Okay. So as you come on, I hope that you will say hello and that you'll let me know what you're doing. So we're finishing our project this week. In case you don't know, what we usually do is we start on a new project on Monday, and because it was a vacation, on Tuesday, did I go Tuesday? Anyway, I missed a couple of days this week, maybe one, maybe two. I think it was two I missed because it was Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. That was it. And now we're back at this crazy day, Thursday. And so we're going to go ahead and I got to start painting because I got a lot to do. We're doing a trumpet, and it's kind of a crazy little trumpet that I got in New Orleans. I'm going to put a piece of plastic underneath my trumpet, and I'll also go ahead and put me in a little bitty circle, so that you can see. Hi! Somebody just tried to come in here. Okay, so you'll be able to see the trumpet. Now, I'm not really any big, let me put on some glasses so I can see you too. I might make a few go out of lines mistakes, but we'll go back and we fix them, okay? Now, also, I want you to think, oh, look at this. This was like my most unfavorite color, and it's called Brilliant. But I'm going to have to do something to change it because it's all, and there's another color that did that well also, but it's okay. We're going to just go in there. I've told you before, all you do is you just go in, take care of it, and this isn't the last you'll see of that color. So I bought this trumpet in New Orleans. The lady that was selling it had lost her husband, who was the trumpeter, and she needed some money. No, I don't think it was Louis Armstrong's trumpet. Much better than that. I don't know who it belonged to, probably Al Hurt. But anyway, it's mine now, and this trumpet is a vintage trumpet. It is, I don't know who manufactures trumpets anymore. Hey, Maureen. Oh man, Christmas party number 3 tonight. I know, I'm not only Christmas partied out, I'm ham out. I don't want to see another ham. And we did have a very nice dinner yesterday. We drove back from Jacksonville to be here. My husband was MC, and so he's kind of like loves to do stuff like that, right up his alley. One joke I remember that he told was, or actually, remember, and you might have seen this before, Walmart was closed yesterday. Both cashiers wanted off for Christmas. I thought that was kind of cute and very true. So, we missed you yesterday, Maureen, but I know you've enjoyed being with your family. I'm going to put a little second coat of this yellow over here. In a lot of areas, I definitely was so sloppy. Like this. You can see there? Let me see if you can see it. I'm going to try to, yep. I always have to look around and make sure I have on my microphone. Those are where, hi Leica, nice to see you. I hope you enjoyed being with your family over the holiday. I know your daughter was home from school. So she's probably got a little bit of time out so you can go shopping together. I did that with my daughter. I only got to see one daughter. The one in Atlanta stayed up there because they had other things that they needed to take care of. Look here, I mixed orange in with this yellow. Do you think we care? Okay, in fact, it's a real pretty area to do that too. And now, this isn't all. After we paint these colors on here, we're not going to stop. I am getting ready for some other rallies, and I'll show you one of the other projects that I have. Oh, I've got a surprise for you. Just a minute, when I can get a break from this, I want to show you that our bottle corks came in. They did the day that I left, and so I didn't get them back until I got home. But that's okay. But I hope all of you had a good time, and if there was anything you could change about this last year, this is the time to be thinking about it. What is it that you would want to change? And then go and do it. But go ahead and start thinking now about the new year. Let me show you this while I'm thinking about it, because you'll enjoy this. I think I can show you from here. These are the wine corks. And actually, I'm going to take this out so you can see it a little better. They just fit right into the place, and then I'm going to glue this in there because it tries to come out, and I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but it looks like little fireflies in the forest. I forgot one thing. Of course, I usually forget a half dozen, so that's okay. This is oh, watching movies, that's wonderful. This is going to be our project for January here, but I'm also going to be doing it at some rallies as well, because it's an easy project to do. I can do it in the allotted time, and the lights really make it nice for a night light. So it gives a little bit of character to the room. So I know you would like it, and these are great little lights. And there's just it has a on-off switch right here, and you just turn it off. So I'm real happy with those, and they aren't very expensive, so they fit into a project. This is another. This is something else I'm working on for a rally that I'm doing. And it's, hope you can see it okay. It's a bag, a canvas bag, and these are so good to do at rallies because you can paint the logos of the rally, and then people have something to remember them by when they leave. I mean, I have seen bags that I've been painting around for 10 years, and people won't give them up, so there I am again. So anyway, that one will be one that I do, and I've got to remember the gourds that we did. Excuse me for scratching my nose. I think this paint is doing it. Anyway, let's get on with this. I needed to put a little bit more of this on here. I'm just about ready to do my design on the trumpet. And I'm going to do a lot of different colors on top of these. So see, getting it all right and getting it just perfect isn't important right now because I'm going to be painting over it again. So This is one of my favorite things to do because at the end of it, it's kind of like a real nice little project with a lot of design in it, which I'll probably start doing after I get off today, depending. Okay, I will. I will have to look at it and then I will post it. I'll post the name of the company. No problem. So, you know, sometimes you have to teach classes that are, you have to keep them up with, you know, people that come to my classes sometimes say, I can't paint. I can't draw. And I always assure them that they can. If they'll come to my class, they'll be very happy with the outcome. Yeah, this looks a lot better than that other one did. The other one looked like it had plaster in it or something. But I always assure everybody that they can, and I'll help them. So, but this rally I'm getting ready for, they suggested that I incorporate the state flags of all the people that would be in this rally. Well, that would probably be the most frustrating thing these people tried to complete. Because first of all, it's very hard to draw in detail like that if you're not used to it. And you get real mad at the person who's doing it because she's asking you something that you don't feel comfortable doing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But that's okay, we'll just take care of this. This trumpet has been clanking around in my bag. And thank you, Lekka. I appreciate that. Well, what do you know? I'm so glad you're here, Ted. I hope I can teach you something today because you may want to take up trumpet playing lessons after I finish this class. This is a trumpet that has been through many years of playing, and it may not have been Al Hertz, but it might have been too, because I got it in New Orleans, and it was a lady that did not want to sell it, but she needed the money, and I needed the trumpet. So, worked out good for both of us. And yes, I plan to play his song after I finish painting this. What's the song you play on the trumpet? Let's see. I do want to take a little bit of a detail brush and or smaller brush, not a detail, but I need to just get some things finished over here. Let me put it so that you might be able to see it a little bit better. There. Well, today, I mean, we've had some really bad weather, and I know that you have too because it's all over. Oh, I have painted a clarinet, and if you ever get an old one and just paint it like this, it's such a cute little decor item in a room, and it always brings back memories. These aren't particularly, you know, they don't cost $100. I run into instruments all the time where people are trying to get rid of band instruments that don't have a lot of value. So that's an idea, and it makes a real memorable gift to someone. Okay, now I want to get over here to this and paint over this. Because it'll make it look like it's not as splotchy as this paint is. I've used Americana and Martha Stewart high gloss enamels on this. I don't know whether it makes any difference. Yeah, checking the flea market is a good way to go. But garage sales, these people want to get rid of band instruments that are lying around, and they really will negotiate for a good price. I've got a couple of instruments waiting to be painted that I've picked up because they're lots of fun to paint. I can just imagine all the hours spent practicing on this one. And then it ends up that someone else is going to enjoy it now. So I'm sure the owner wouldn't mind that at all. Okay, this isn't the last coat that I'll put on this, because now I'm starting to put a few designs and lines and make it pretty. So it's just getting these little areas here. I'm sorry. I look up and then you can't even see my trumpet. Yeah, the flea market is a good one. We live in a town, I've told you this before, but maybe there's someone on here that didn't hear it. We live in a little town called Webster, Florida. Now, Webster is very well known because it is the place of the oldest flea market in Florida. Not only that, I mean the oldest flea market that is only open on Mondays. So our little town of several thousand is busting at the seam every Monday morning. And especially right now because this is snowbird season. So everybody lines up and takes a number just about. So you can I mean, one day there was a man out there selling a casket. I'm not kidding you. I've got a picture of it because I knew that when I left, no one would believe me. And they have all kind of strange little animals that they carry around with them. And there are a lot of normal people like me that go there, but boy, is it a people watching place. Lots of fun. And you can get just about any type of food you might be interested in eating. I didn't say it was good for you, but it's good food. Tasty food. That's it, tasty. I won't go any further than that. Now, let me get my brush washed, and I'm going to come over here, turn this over, and we'll paint an unknown color over here. Hey Donna, I'm so glad you're here. And I see that you are a friend or relative of someone that I know very well, Donna. I went to school with Terry Taylor, and I see that you are friends on Facebook. And I've known Terry since high school. So anyway, Let me just go in here. There's another color I wanted to touch this one up. I wasn't real happy with this pearl color here. Let me show you. I wasn't real happy with the pearl color. Hi. So glad y'all are here today. We got to settle down and get back to business, y'all. Christmas is over, and how many times did you say Merry Christmas on Facebook this year? This was it was really nice being able to be in touch with family and friends on social media. Yes, this looks so much better. Her mom and my dad were brother and sister. Is that right? Well, that's awesome. Now, that's really nice. Yeah, I've known Terry a long time. We graduated from Jackson together. And she knows my husband too, my husband Robert. Everybody calls my husband Bob now but me. He's a Robert to me, and he always will be. So she would understand that as well. Okay, I'm trying to get back in here, the little nooks and crannies of the trumpet. That's great. I know we know some other people too, because there were a lot of Rollersons in the area where you live, and I knew some of them. Let's see, let's just go over here. And I don't know why that wasn't painted. Maybe it was scraped off. I feel like I've been on a race this week. But I try to keep these protected. Let me see, there's one more color I want to capture here. And it may be, I'm going to do this one. This isn't the only color that's going to be here, so this is just my first coat, and we'll start working with colors tomorrow. Tomorrow, can tomorrow be Friday? I think it should be Tuesday. I might work on this some next week too, but I'll have another project next week, which is what I do on Fridays, is introduce something new. I want to make sure you can see it. Most of the time I work off and then I look up and say, uh-oh, what have I been doing? Yes, tons of them. Yes, yes. Well, that's a nice name. I'll tell you another name that you probably know a lot of are Cannadies. C-A-N-N-A. And when I have a lot of memories of going over and visiting in Sanderson. So I think that color green just fit in right there, don't you? I've got to touch that guy up down there. Everybody making plans for New Year's? I'm going to try to stay up. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it. But we will have entertainment here, but we're not staying up. I remember when I used to be able to stay up and there would be a breakfast the next morning. Do you remember that? I mean, you go and you just really go from a big old dinner to a big old breakfast. Yes, there are a lot of Cannadies. We'll just have to talk or meet one day in person. Come over for a cup of coffee. Okay. Let me just try to get that up. let's see. I'm going to straighten this guy out here. Yeah, I don't know what was wrong with that paint. It is a gloss, but it kind of globbed. I haven't had these paints that long. I do have some old paints that I get rid of from time to time. So if you're here today, I'm so glad that you are. I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I teach fun art, not fine art. And I think this coral blush is something that I need to just, whoops, I must need a lot of it now. This is one that I first started with. See, I'm not even washing out my brush because I'm using so many different colors. I better wash that out though. I'm at Florida Grand Motor Coach Resort right now. My husband and I are originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and we decided 12 years ago that we would sell our house and everything in it. We lived in Magnolia Point Golf and Country Club in Green Cove Springs, and my friend said, she's gone crazy. She said, y'all are gonna kill each other. But we wanted to see our country. We wanted to see, this was just us, as much as we could before we got too old to even enjoy it, or our health would prevent us from doing that. So anyway, long story short, we winter in what you call winter in Webster. We get back here about November 1st, and I start teaching classes every month, art classes. And then March 1st, April 1st, around there, we'll take off again in our motorhome. But where we stay, and Maureen, if you're still, hey Roz, you're welcome to talk to each other whenever you come on too, but you don't have to just not talk to each other, because there are a couple of people on here that stay at Florida Grand during the winter break, like Roz that just joined, Maureen, and Roz is in Ocala but was from the Brandon area, and Maureen I got to know at when she and her husband came here one winter, and they've come back like isn't it about 5 years now. So it's a fun place to come, and there's activities, of course, but there are always seniors, and we enjoy our lifestyle right now. It isn't always going to be what we do. I think I mentioned to you, Donna, that one day we'd like to settle down, be close to Jacksonville, but not in Jacksonville. It's changed a lot since we were there. And go to a smaller town that would be near doctors and shopping in our family. There was something I was going to tell you. I've enjoyed painting musical instruments, so this isn't the only thing that I do if you're just coming in. This is just one of the craziest things that I do. Thank you. I've got a lot of water here. Okay, let's see if this will go. Yeah. When I'm using this on glass, I always tell the students, don't use water with this. The gloss enamels work better without you dipping your brush into water all the time. But I'm just doing it because I'm cleaning my brush. So you just kind of go along with this. And as you are painting, just be doing touch-ups along the way. We use these gloss enamels for our glass painting classes, and also well, but glass painting mostly. So, and they work so much better if you don't mix them with water, and I don't know why. Okay, let's do over here. I've only got a couple of spaces, y'all, that I haven't filled in. This is getting to be the end of my trumpet. Let's just do that. I was being so careful, but there's no reason now, because I'm going to cover this up with another color. So I hope that you'll come back tomorrow and see the progression of what I'm doing. I do a Facebook Live every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, yes. And I'll be here tomorrow, 3 p.m. So I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. I thank you for letting other people know who might be interested in painting things like what I paint. It's always a lot of fun. I teach fun art, not fine art. And we'll be doing the rest of the trumpet tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, it's a great day to have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions. And remember also that I always upload my videos to YouTube after each live, so that you can follow it if you decide you want to do something like that. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for being here. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.